Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. This is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Leo, what do we have for you today? All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of apologize ahead of my reading here, just because I am under the weather once again. I think really the thing that we've been battling just hasn't left. It just keeps coming back, it feels like. So I might sound a little bit icky. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where are we going to start here? I want to start here. Usually I would start with this heart over here, but we're going to go right over here because this is really interesting to me. Okay, so it looks like we have a person kind of sitting in a boat. And here's the little person. Here's the boat. It looks like it's in motion. The water kind of coming off of it. And when we kind of turn the same formation, it looks like a person kind of holding something out, and it almost looks like a solar symbol here. And below it looks like a little cat, or maybe a puppy or dog, but I think a cat. And so this is really interesting to me. I really feel, and oh, you know what? And I'm looking at this too as I'm saying this. I also see this image right here of a person with their arms raised and kind of in this very devotional posture of praise, of awe, maybe being ecstatic. And right next to it, I also see this beautiful little kind of pyramid. It looks kind of like an altar almost. So I really think that there's been a lot of forward movement lately for you. Okay, I feel like you've been working on projects, working on your career, working on things in your material life. Okay, this ties into the Queen of Discs. Okay, and this is from the Thoth deck. This is a very earthy card, okay? And really represents kind of somebody who has put all of themselves into matters in the material realm. So building a business, building a home, or keeping a home, maintaining a home, maintaining your career, your work, your family, your creative endeavors, your spiritual life, but also in the physical realm. So the actual praying, chanting, meditation, going to church, rituals, these kinds of things, keeping altars. So I feel that you have been working really hard at some of these things, all of these things, but especially where you have put a lot of your energy has been so successful in the last while. And, a lot of things have become manifest for you. A lot of your wants, desires, and your needs are definitely met, okay? A lot of forward movement, excuse me. And I feel that because your basic needs, especially, are being met, and you've come to a place where you are starting to feel a little more settled. Maybe you have moved recently. Maybe you've gone into a new job, or just, financially things are kind of, smooth and going well, and you're not worrying too much. You have this extra time to focus on more of those interior needs. Okay. And I think that for me, today I also pulled the Princess of Cups for one of my own personal readings, but it kind of also set the tone of the day. And for me, the Princess of Cups definitely is this idea of new beginnings. Okay, having that kind of openness to follow the whims of the universe, to be inspired, being receptive to those inspirations, open-minded. Okay, and I really feel like with these two cards together, the Queen of Discs and the Princess of Cups, you are really in this place of really connecting with the divine, the universe, higher powers, nature, whatever it is that moves you in these ways. I feel like it's very potent lately. It could even be love. Okay, a lot of us, our religion is love. Okay, and so I think that you're really in this posture of receiving, but also of giving. Okay, I feel like you are really so devoted, so impassioned to be of service, to give of yourself deeply and truly. It is very much your will. I think that you also are, constantly in this kind of coming into the state of kind of ecstasy, agape, really just swimming, swimming in the dews of divinity. Okay. And I think that this is very moving for you. I feel like there's a lot of ease of things coming together. It's kind of like in that creative flow space where sometimes you don't even know where you're writing a poem, writing a song. You don't know where the notes come from. You don't know where the words come from, but they just flow through you. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of that happening. I also think that with this feline tied to this little scene here, there's a lot of luck happening as well. You're very, very fortunate right now. So I think that it's good to take, I hate to say take advantage. It's not really the wording, but to make use, right? To make use of this space that you're in. Do that creative work. Put it to use. Make your collection of poems, make your, whatever, your new album, or, I don't know, knit all the things that you want to and need to, or whatever it is. My head goes to poetry and to music because that's what's been on my mind today. But I think also because you are beneath this beautiful sun, you're on the water, you're in this boat, there's stability, but you have to maintain balance because, right, you'll fall right over if you're not careful. You have to be, intentional in your movements. You have to, identify your true will, really. What is it that you really want in life? What is it what really motivates you? Being honest with yourself is the only way to come to true results that are sustainable, manageable, and that you can actually enjoy. And that's so much of this card as well, the Queen of Discs. It's not only about everything coming together that you've been working on, it's about taking those moments to truly indulge in, to immerse yourself in. Like I said, swim in the dews of divinity. But no, really to enjoy what you've created, what you've done. Okay. And I think that that's so important. I'm also interested. We have some other interesting places here. As I mentioned, there is the heart. So I think that there's definitely love on the brain. You're a Leo in whatever placement. Very much a lover, right? In love with being in love. And that's okay. Just, keep your side of the street clean, as they say. And, I think you're good at honoring your partners, honoring yourself, honoring the people that you love in your life. And I think that it looks like a healthy, intact heart, and that is something that is a priority to you. Okay. And I get the feeling that you have moved past kind of your more impulsive phases, and seem like you're probably pretty grounded and, take care in your love life, in all of the manifestations of love that you have. And I see, around the cup there are these little hearts. So it just really seems like something that is important to you, and that you have spend time cultivating. Because although we are born with the instinct to love and be loved, it takes a lot of learning, understanding, patience, practice to really know how to love people. And each person that we, align ourselves with is somewhat different from the last or the next. And so we have to relearn parts of that constantly. And I think that you're really, adapted to do that. That's one of your superpowers, possibly. Okay, so I want to look at this little H, and it looks like it's next to a peacock. And so what does that mean? It seems like you have kind of a feminine energy in your life. I always think of kind of Juno, but with the peacock. But I think also it's just, you have somebody who's beautiful and flashy, maybe a little bit, in your garden. And I think that maybe it's somebody with an H name, okay, or an H describer. And, I think that it's okay to look and all of that, but, maintain those relationships. Unless that is your partner, then, by all means. But, just take care and be well. Okay, we also have this very large formation here, and this one looks like an L, and we have an A, and this one actually looks like a bird, so we'll get back to that. So we have an L and an A. Those could be initials, the beginning of a name, beginning of two names, separate people, I don't know, but look for a bit, especially the A seems like a big deal, okay? And the L as well, but I think that that's something important to some degree. I almost wonder, because of where it's placed, it's in the mental, coming up into this kind of spiritual, metaphysical, or where I would usually say that there's like messages from your guardian angel or somebody who has passed. And then I see this bird, which reminds me of a robin. And the robin is the spring bird, right? When they show up, you know that the weather is finally turning. And I'm very like cued into this right now because we're about to have this huge blizzard come through. We're supposed to have like 18 inches of snow or something like that. So I will be so happy to see the robin show up this year. And the grackles are, when the grackles show up, I know we're you know, done with the bad weather. So I think that this is a good indication that you are really in a new era. And I think that you have worked so hard to get things together for yourself and get to this place where you can kind of do, you know, do a little rest, do a little R&R, regroup. But I think that also you are just so fertile with life right now. I think that spirit is all around you. You're so inspired. And, you know, just this new energy is really showing up. And I think that it sounds like you are a paradise for birds right now. But yeah, I think there's a lot of beauty, okay, around you. I think there's a lot of that very like virile, abundant life coming into your orbit. And I think that's really just making you feel good. It's making you feel like, you know, you're inspired. You can, you know, rest a bit, but breathe a little more loosely, deeply, you know. It doesn't feel like there's any urgency right at this moment, okay? And that's a great feeling. As much as I love like oh, you have a new love, or you're going into a new era of your marriage or whatever, those are great readings. But when I see that somebody is like in a place where they can be like content, they can sleep a little deeper, there's no, you know, there's no wolf knocking on your door, so to speak. That's like the best. Those are the best readings. I'm all about the love. But listen, if the rent is paid, the bills are paid, and there's a little food on the table, and, you know, you're in good health, oh, you know what I mean? God bless, right? That's the reading I want. Okay. It's interesting I said that. It's interesting I said wolf at the table because I didn't even look at these really yet. I had seen the V. So we have a V here. And this is, I think this is more like, this is like somebody maybe who has passed, or this is like your, like a personal deity or a guardian angel with a V name, okay? But I'm laughing because here we have a dog figure, right? And I said there's no wolf knocking at the door, but here's kind of like a dog figure. And then here's a person, here's like a door. It looks like there's a little table in there, okay? Like, look, let's see, a little table, and then like a door. And then there's a person that's like walking up to I think I spoke too soon. But I think that this is not like a wolf at your door. It's not like here to eat your children or blow your house down or anything like that. What I am seeing is that this is related to that person. I feel like you might quite literally hear knocking around the house, and you're like, what is that? Is somebody at the door? And when you go to look, they're not there. And I think that this is maybe a message. It's kind of a sign. Okay, so look for or listen for knocking or any kind of like something like a little different, some kind of sounds, or, and don't ignore it if it's like your pipes are about to burst or something. Don't blame me. if you ignore some kind of household noise and think, oh, this is like my Aunt Vera saying hello. No, don't do that. But like something that's a little more benign, or, you know, could be like the Amazon person at the door and they're not there or whatever. It does look like somebody's coming to the door to leave a message here. So I think that somebody, you know, there's some kind of message coming through. I really do think though that this, with this, what is it called? This dog, it doesn't, maybe it's a wolf, I don't know, coyote. Yeah, I don't think that there's nothing predatory about this. This is more along the lines of somebody who has been very loyal to you, okay? And I see them kind of going through like a field of flowers or mushrooms or some natural place, and there's a heart, okay? And so, and I see, they look like they're trotting, okay? And to me, it seems like this is really related to the sign that's going to be coming through to you. So I think this is like somebody who is very dear to you. Somebody who is very much like, it could have been like even a best friend. Like, hopefully you have not lost a best friend, but if you have, this might be them, okay? Or somebody that you grew up with, but it could be like aunt, uncle, grandparents, but closer than the regular family member. Somebody who almost was like really key in your upbringing. Okay, and I feel like they really want to let you know that they see what you're doing, they see where you're at, everything's fine. This isn't like a, you know, ominous premonition, or, you know, like a message of some terrible thing happening. This is really just kind of a check-in. Like, yeah, we're watching over you. We have your back, okay? And now I'm looking at this. This one almost looks like an F, okay? So it might be somebody with an F name, if it's not the V, or maybe it's a V and an F, or F and a V, okay? And I'm seeing this like yippy little dog. Did they have a little dog? Like a, what are those ones called? Like a Pomeranian, I think. Maybe that's, I don't know. If you know what those are. The ones with the long hair and like the little tassel-y kind of tail. I don't know. I'm not, like, I love dogs, but I've never had one as an adult. So I kind of forget what the names are of some of them. I also want to point out, this is really beautiful too. I didn't see this on the other direction, or when we were looking at it earlier. If we turn this boat with the person upside down, now it looks like a flower, or maybe again a mushroom. And which, shout out to mushroom season coming up soon. This year is going to be my year. I'm gonna find some morels, okay? You heard it here. I'm going to find some morels. I'm going out collecting, mushroom hunting, foraging, and this will be my year. I haven't found any yet, okay? But they grow up here, and I'm going to, I know it. I'm putting it into the universe. Okay, and then we have a what is it? A hummingbird. Hummingbird, yes. Oh, my goodness, my brain. It's full of congestion, so it's just working a little less than usual. Okay, so we have a hummingbird feeding on this beautiful, beautiful flower, mushroom, you know, third eye wide open, all seeing, and just a wonderful, wonderful energy of diligence, a lot of energy, activity, wanting to move around a bit. I know I said that you are in a place of rest and really just, you know, like kind of being indulgent in all this work that you've done. Take a little time for yourself. Well, maybe you also take some time to do some fun things that involve your body. And okay. Don't be silly and nasty. I mean, exercise, maybe going like wall climbing, biking. If you're up here, you could go dog sledding. Or somebody was telling me that they like to snowshoe, I think it's called, which is basically you just wear those like they look like old school tennis rackets or whatever, and you like walk across the snow, which, sounds like a lot of work. It's probably fun though. I've never gone snowshoeing, so I don't know, but I have walked in deep snow, so it wears you out. That's where I take my daughter out back and let her climb hills of snow and stuff, and after a while she's ready for a nap. So let's see. Okay, what do we have here? We have another bird. It looks like, no, that looks like, that's pretty. It looks like kind of almost like an angel or a goddess, like in the sky, kind of with the robe like flowing behind. I see that there's like, okay, so everything seems super good. And I think that this also is not, this indicates, that things are good. I feel like things are good all around for you right now. But you are freaking indecisive. You're very indecisive. Scattered pathways everywhere. And that's okay, because I think you have had to make so many decisions and apply yourself so much these last months, year or so, that you're just tired of making decisions. Okay, and I feel like I almost get this feeling of like tired of making compromises, tired of making decisions. You just kind of want to like ride on autopilot a little bit, let things kind of shake out how they're going to. And that's okay. I think that really, ties in so deeply to that need for rest, the mental rest, the spiritual rest, a little physical rest, but also, I think you have a lot of energy. And I think that, just doing some stuff that really promotes like kind of that, like those lower base, like primal needs. And again, that's not what I'm talking about necessarily. Although, if so, get it, But I'm thinking more, just I don't know why this came to mind, but I remember when I was a kid, they used to have these things called logging days, and it was because I lived in the mountains in California, in the Sierras, and Sierra Nevadas, and they would have like these tournaments where people did things that like loggers would, I don't know, do stuff with logs. Anyways, they would carry huge logs, and that was like, these big strong men, and they were had like a big tree trunk thing on their shoulder, running with it. And so that's what came to mind. Just like really, and I'm sure a lot of thought goes into how you do that so you don't hurt yourself, and training, but I think things that are more based in the physical, walking, running, swimming, whatever kind of exercise you like doing, like really physical games, maybe like even some kind of grappling, wrestling, I don't know. But yeah, I think that maybe putting some energies into these types of things, okay? I don't know. I'm feeling goofy because I didn't even take medicine today. It's just all this snotty stuff in my head is making me feel a little silly. But yeah, I think that's really our reading. I I think things are so good. And I think that you deserve a little time to just kind of not know what you want or want to do right now. So just, maintain your life, do your routines to some degree, and, move that body, but give your mind and spirit a little rest too. Okay, I think there's a lot of like need for some rejuvenation and just, just kind of stillness, but your connection with the divine is just so I just picture like a flower unfurling and like all of the dew kind of pouring off of it. And here comes my cat. So that means we're done. Okay. Thank you so much, Leo. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you hit the little bell thing, it will tell you when the videos are coming out. The next Leo should be in about 12 days. So in the meantime, you can watch your other placements. Other than that, please leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's going on with you. I love hearing from you. If you're interested in a personal reading, there are instructions in the description how to book one of those with me. I always have fun doing those. Pudgy, are you a star today? All right. Thank you so much. We will speak to you again soon.